So yeah, so as we learn more and we're curious, it's like we're adding more Lego pieces, and not just bricks, but Lego has all these um, kind of mechanical pieces where you can actually create things. So by adding these new pieces in, it really expands your skill set on what you can do in analytics as you add more and more advanced pieces to your toolkit. And really, I think Jen's hit on the really important topic. It's just again being curious and being in organizations where a lot of times you're not going to have direction, and using that curiosity to just say, hey, I want to go learn about that. I remember when I was client side, I did something similar where we were using a lot of Adobe data. I worked for an online dating company, and I don't know what hit me, but I had this thought. And I wondered, well, I think it was around the time of the housing crisis, 2008, 2009. I thought, what is the state of the economy? How does it impact how people think about online dating? And so I had to learn about kind of economics and consumer confidence, and just kind of learn all about those things that I had heard of, but really didn't understand how they worked. And then I had to learn about how to access data from APIs. And I downloaded a bunch of historical consumer confidence index data. And then I had to learn how to apply that over top of our Adobe data and start building some models to see, is there any kind of directionality with economic indicators and how people view
Hmm.
online dating. And it actually, and I probably should go back and rerun my numbers, but it came out to be the opposite of what I expected, that when consumer confidence dipped, our registrations and subscriptions spiked,
Huh.
which was an
Interesting.
interesting trend. But again, like, no one told me to like go figure this out or said, hey, this is something we have to do. It was this might be interesting. What do I have to learn to figure out if this applies to our business? And then following that curiosity down to some sort of logical endpoint.
It does get hard though, depending on what company you're at. It can be hard to step out of that zone and do things that you haven't been told to do, because not all companies encourage that, and
And
particularly if you
true.
are in a risk-averse situation. um, there have been side projects that I've done that I had to like do in secret,
Mm,
um, because I was at a very large corporation that had liability concerns or whatever, and um, it,
yeah,
yeah,
Jim and I
it's
talked
scary.
about that on a previous
Mhm.
episode, where we talked about why are there so many analysts that stop at data distribution when there's so many more opportunities from a data collection or an insights perspective. And I think what Jim and I both kind of concluded on is that these people work in organizations where they don't feel comfortable being exposed or having a spotlight or sticking their neck out, and they just want to just do their job and not have any attention on themselves because they fear the repercussions. So I mean, while it's easy for us to say, oh, just go experiment
Yeah.
and do this, and I completely empathize and understand that maybe not everyone is in a culture where that is as easy as it is for us to say it is. So it's a
Yeah.
good call out.